Hi everyone, it's Marnie, and today I want to do like an author recommendation. I want to kind of kickstart a series here on my channel where I recommend authors and not just books. I got the idea and kind of inspiration from Nicole over at FallingOverBooks. I'll link her channel and a couple of her videos down below, but she does this series called an author spotlight and I just really love it. I love recommending authors and like binging like loads of their books, because you know that if you love a certain book or you've read a couple of books from an author and they're amazing, you know that you love their writing style and what they want to say, and you can just sit and binge loads of books that you'll know you're going to love. First author I want to talk about for this series is one I've recently got into, and that's Kassie West. Kassie West has so many books out there. I've actually only read 5 or 6, but that was recently. I reread one and read like another 3 or 4 of them and just fell in love with her books so much, like even more so than when I first read them. I listened to the majority of them on Audible, and the narrator's amazing, and it just all around like such a great experience with her books. Now, the first book I ever read from her is called The Distance Between Us, and I also just reread that, and it's kind of a star-crossed lovers romance, and it follows a girl and a boy who live in this town, and there's the rich part of town and then there's the poor part of town, which are basically people that work to supply the rich with stuff. And it follows a girl who works and lives in this town as one of the poorer people, and a boy who basically runs the town and has a shitloads of money, kind of coming together and going on these fun adventures. Like, there's so many fun bits in this book that I forgot about until I reread it recently, and it's just all around, it's such an amazing book. So I would definitely say check this one out. The second book I ever read from Kassie West is The Fill-In Boyfriend. I've only read this once, and that was quite a few years ago. But this book is so fun. It's such a cool concept, and it is overdone. It's a bit tropey, but we love that. We've already established on my channel that I'm a stickler when it comes to tropey romances. So this book follows a girl called Gia who has this college boyfriend that none of her friends believe exists, and she's about to show him off at the prom and make all of her friends meet him, so they believe her that she's had this college boyfriend for the last however many months. And then the night of the prom, in the car park before they're about to go in, he breaks up with her and leaves her stranded there. Her panicking, thinking that she's going to go walk into prom without a boyfriend and a date, and all of her friends are going to think she's been lying, grabs the nearest boy to her and asks him to be her fill-in boyfriend and be her boyfriend for the night. So they end up having this kind of fun relationship where they pretend to be each other's boyfriend and girlfriends for certain events, and obviously they fall in love in the process, and it's just such an amazing read. Next book I want to talk about by Kassie West is called By Your Side. This is, I think, my favourite book from her so far. I just really loved it, and this follows a girl and a boy that get stuck in a library overnight together, or actually over the weekend together. So they're locked in a public library together all weekend, and they have to kind of survive, and she's one of the more popular girls and he's more of an outcast, so it's quite fun to see how they interact and then how that like portrays in the outside world when they do finally get out and with their friends and school lives. And yeah, it's just so fun and heartwarming, and definitely recommend that one. The next book is also one of my favourites. Oh, I can't pick between the two, By Your Side or P.S. I Like You, but I think they're on par with each other. I'm not going to pick. But this is called P.S. I Like You, and it follows a girl called Lily who's a bit of an outcast. She only really has one friend. She's not very socially accepted, but she loves all these like quirky up and coming bands and just like off the radar music. And she's sitting in science or one class one day, and she decides to scribble a lyric down on the table, and then when she goes back for her next class she sees that someone's continued the lyric on the desk. So they back and forth through lyrics, which then transpires into full-blown letters that they write to each other in chemistry class. They don't know who the other person is, and they call themselves like their chemistry buddy, and they just write letters to each other. And it's just so fun. I loved it. I love the trope. I love the concept. I love it all. Go and read that one as well. The last Kassie West book I've read is called On the Fence. It's my favourite book, sadly, but it was still really good and I still really enjoyed it. It's just my least favourite out of all the ones I've read so far. And this book follows a girl called Charlotte, who is a tomboy, and she's grown up with four brothers, four brothers, and the boy next door who's best friends with her brothers, and she's classed as a brother from a really young age. Until she starts working at a boutique in town, where she starts to become a little bit more girly and experiment with clothes and makeup and having some actual girlfriends. And then she meets a boy, and she meets the boy as her new girly self, and she feels like she's torn between two lives. And the way she copes with all of this swimming around in her head and all the lies and secrets is going to her back garden and talking to the boy through the fence. Oh, it's so cute. It's such a lovely book, and I don't know why it's my least favourite. It just is out of them all. So yeah, they're my Kassie West recommendations. Honestly, anything by her, by the standards of all the books I've read so far, I think any of them I'm just going to fall in love with. I'm going to definitely read some more soon. But they were so quick and easy and binge worthy. The majority of them, again, I listened to on audiobook. But I loved them. The narrator was really nice. You know, if there are any authors you want me to cover, and I'll read a couple of their books if I haven't already, and I'll start talking about them as well. But thank you so much for coming and watching my videos. The support means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.